The age-old art of stoicism is something that's been dying over the last few years, but surprisingly in many areas, it's beginning to see a resurgence with men now taking responsibility. These men want to lead from the front, and thanks to this impressive way they conduct themselves, women are once again turned on. 3 essential qualities make men stand out and turn women into nothing more than sheep following. But before revealing these fascinating qualities, let's clear up some misconceptions about stoicism. Stoicism is something that can quickly get out of hand when it's misinterpreted, and for the most part, few people are willing to dive into the ancient history of this incredible philosophy. When you don't have any perspective, you'll completely react through your perception, which is nothing more than the rose-colored glasses that many people view the world through. On the other hand, the core essence of stoicism isn't only to develop intense mental power and learn how to deal with things on your own, but it also revolves around making sure you keep the things that make you happy, safe, and secure. Yes, this means that even the great Marcus Aurelius was a good family man. And when you read some of his incredible teachings, you'll find that he always made time for those he loved. The one thing that's truly incredible about Stoicism is that it teaches you to actually distinguish between real and fictitious problems. And when you know how to react to each of these specific situations, it becomes a whole new world out there, and you won't be projecting as much of the negativity on those around you, which automatically makes them like you more and more. So with this out of the way and armed with a slightly better understanding of Stoicism, it's time to see which essential traits it is that make women desire men. You might be pleasantly surprised by just how easy it can be for you to integrate it into your life.
Fearless Forge.
Number 1. If they want to leave, don't stop them. The first one directly applies to almost every aspect of your life, and once you manage to sort this one out correctly, you'll be completely unstoppable in life. You see, one of the biggest phenomena that often makes men struggle is the fear of abandonment, and many people are dealing with this fear. Life is actually one big power struggle, and while the severity of these struggles vary from situation to situation, there are always a couple of micro battles going on. Much like the game of chess, things keep on swinging in the favor of the other person, albeit by only a couple of points every now and again. Whether it's your friends or some women, you'll eventually be faced with some form of conflict where the both of you might struggle to coexist, and it's here where the true balance of power can ultimately be determined. One famous quote to keep in mind when facing such situations is that the power of any relationship lies in the hands of the person who cares least. But why is this? Well, to tie this more specifically to women, you'll notice that they all struggle with this fear of abandonment issue, and whenever you allow them to walk away from you, one of their first thoughts will be, why isn't he chasing me? They'll go even deeper into their own insecurities, but for the most part, women want a man to chase them. Another reason allowing them to walk makes you about 10 times more attractive to them is because no one else is willing to do so. You see, almost every man on this planet can't deal with the fact that a woman's walking away, and this is why they keep on chasing and persistently trying to change their minds. It's become the new normal. This completely removes the challenge from the equation, and now she knows that there's absolutely no reason to fight for you when she can have you at any time. To add a little more gospel to why you need to let her walk away, keep the following in mind. Women want what they can't have, and they'll continuously chase he who doesn't chase her. This sounds very complicated, and many people might hate this, but it's the reality of life. Now, Stoicism teaches you that you should let go of the things that aren't for you and don't serve any positive purpose in your life. It's for this reason that the ancient Stoics would allow women, and even men for that matter, to walk away. The key is that they also let them walk away without creating any negative feelings from their side. What you'll find is that women will continue coming back to you time and time again when they realize that you absolutely stand out from the rest of the crowd. Number 1.1. Walking away by yourself. Instead of giving this one its own section, it's better to see it as a derivative of the first one. What you need to also understand if you want a full perspective is that women might not always have the courage to walk away when things are going bad. This is when you have to walk away, and not just for a few days or in some cases for a few weeks. No, you need to be willing to walk away for good until she begs you to come back into her life. If she doesn't, let her be. But the idea is to ensure that you now hold the ultimate power card, and once she comes back, you can get and do whatever you want. The idea is to teach her a very valuable lesson. Number 2, the art of enduring trouble times. The next one also builds on the previous two, but takes it one step further, and this is the fact that men who have mastered the art of stoicism have learned that things will never go the exact way they want them to go. Life is full of incredible challenges, and it's these challenges that build the one thing that sets men apart from boys in the real world. This one crucial word you need to understand is character, and the moment you develop some character, your personality just looks and feels different when you're around others. Stoicism teaches you that the most important thing in life is being able to stick to your own morals and principles regardless of what life throws at you. And when men start to shift their opinions around too much, they lose sight of who they truly are. This eventually leads to them trying to be someone else and follow in their shadows. Since psychology has proven that authenticity is one of the most attractive traits in the world, it's vital that you start learning how to be such a man, and this will take enduring tons of adversity, which might be responsible for holding you back at this moment. Since attraction for women starts in the mind, you need to make them have a better perception of who you are, and this is done by becoming resilient. Now, Stoicism is a great teacher, and it teaches men that you can control certain aspects of your life, but other things are completely random, and you shouldn't stress or change because of these things you can't truly control. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't change when you learn something good. You need to be malleable, but choose what can change you. When women notice that you have the power to endure, they'll realize that others around them can't do this. Since they now mentally put you in a category above others, they'll always keep on coming back to you instead of withholding that famous 3-letter word. You'll have an abundance of bedroom activity. Number 3, attracting through action rather than chasing. You've probably already heard that you should attract women and not chase them, and this is actually one of the most essential things that you can learn and understand. Instead of chasing women, which will take up so much time and effort while distracting you from your goals, you need to work hard and consider earning the attraction. A great way to look at this is to focus on the concept of earning respect, and someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does this perfectly. Since he blocks out all the noise from the world, it gives him the courage and motivation to keep on becoming better, and he heavily emphasizes consistent effort. You see, women didn't fall in love with him because of how he looks, but rather the dedication and the journey he's followed to become the person that he is today. It's this incredible journey of resilience and the ability to block out the world that has made women trip over themselves whenever the hardest worker in Hollywood walks through the door. The problem with many men is that they think they have some sort of timeline to meet a woman, marry, and settle. No, this is actually the way the female mind works, and they're the only species that is controlled by time. As a man, you should control time, and you should be the one dictating your own terms. This is by far one of the most attractive features to women and leads to the biggest secret in the dating industry that women often desire the most: a man who lives life on his own terms. Yes, if you truly want women to want you and even beg to be with you, you need to live life at your own pace and on your own terms. But the problem is that reaching that point is earned through hard work, dedication, and consistency. Women only seem complicated when you choose to look at what they want instead of what they need. Much like Batman is the hero Gotham needs and not the hero Gotham wants, you need to be the man she needs and craves. Becoming such a man is hard, so make sure you check out how much more stoic qualities can help you become him.